We want to do what's right, but we also want to do whatever we want to do. Our passage today paints an amazing picture of God. In it, the king of Assyria is repopulating the northern kingdom of Israel with people from all over the Assyrian Empire. These new people show up with their old religious practices and an unawareness of God. And this unawareness leads to dire circumstances in their new land. The most interesting thing about this passage to me is that God isn't against the people, but God is against the people's ignorance of God. Once a priest of God comes back to the land to teach them about God, God's antipathy towards them ceases. But in its place is a neutrality that should also serve as a warning to us. The new Samaritan people combine their former cultural religious practices with right worship of God in ways that lead to a kind of functional, if not outright, polytheism. They worship God, but they also worship their former deities. For our part as Christians, we worship God and follow Jesus, but we also continue to be held captive by our idols. We want to do what's faithful and righteous, but we continue to devote ourselves to that which is not God. But the witness of our passage is that the best we can hope for in that situation is a kind of active neutrality in God's posture towards us. That is not the abundant life that God wants for us and makes available to us if we fully commit ourselves to God. May we commit ourselves fully to God and leave all other idols and distractions behind.